you talked about, especially like a real person, your affinity for Jimmy James, Jimi Hendrix, and
Right.
you had a long connection with him. Can you talk about him and your relationship, your experiences with him?
Well, he was always a very timid, very soft-spoken guy, because when he got on stage, he let it all out, And the first one was when we were up in that prostitute's apartment talking. Next time I met him, we were in the London Speakeasy, and he was there, and I knew it was Jimi Hendrix was Jimmy James, because I saw pictures of him playing with his teeth, which he always did. And when I went into the restaurant area, I said, "Jimmy, it's Carmine from Thursday's Children. We played back in New York many times." And he said, "Oh, yeah." I said, now I realize you're Jimi Hendrix. I saw pictures of you, and you were Jimmy James at the time. He said, "Yeah." He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I play in Vanilla Fudge." And he said, "Oh, I love the Fudge,"
Very cool.
And, and then we sort of became friends, and we did lots of gigs together with the Fudge. We did lots of gigs together with Cactus. At the Isle of Wight, that was the last gig he played. We played as well, and we were there. I don't remember if it was the day he played, or I think it was the day he played that we played, or maybe we played and he didn't, but he was hanging around. Like I said, you go to there, but what else are you going to do?
Right.
You like to hear the music, and see everybody play. Yeah. And it's like when you go on a cruise now. You go on a cruise and everybody's playing, you go see everybody play,
That's right.
Otherwise, what are you going to do? Sit in the sun,
Right.
So we, Jim McCarty was a really good friend of Jimi Hendrix, because he was in the Buddy Miles Express, and Jimi Hendrix produced that band. And so you got to know Jimmy really well. As a matter of fact, Jimi Hendrix gave Jim McCarty a set of lyrics handwritten by Jimmy that McCarty sold years later for many, many thousands of dollars, to a collector. And the night of, they were jamming in the dressing room, on acoustic guitars, Jimmy and two Jimmys. And we were hanging out backstage, and it was like maybe 4 days later he was dead.
Oh. That was the last time you saw him then?
That was the last time we saw him.
Yeah. How would you describe his mood?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Normal.
Having fun playing guitar. Yeah.
Doing drugs, drinking, some wine, I don't know. Yeah, those festivals, you don't know what you're taking.
The other story that you talked about in your book that I was really blown away by, you were part of a group that he invited people to listen to the brand new,
right,
at the time, Electric Ladyland album.
That's right.
Talk about hearing All Along the Watchtower for the first time, the other songs from that album. What was that like?
Well, I mean, in those days, it wasn't like one song.
Yeah.
You just put the record on.
Right. Yeah.
And we listened to the whole thing. And he sat in the corner, like, very timid and, was grooving. But, you could tell he was looking for the reactions, But everybody loved it, And he did it more than once. Because I did it one time and in Seattle, and Mark Stein remembers doing it somewhere else with him.
Okay.
So I guess it's it's like any musician. In the day, you're proud of your new product. You want other people to hear it, to see what their reaction is.
Carmine Appice on the drums.